Plexiglass barriers and masks, just some of the extra expenses school districts will have this year in order to meet safety guidelines. But luckily, they are getting help to pay them. In 2018, the state started setting aside millions of dollars for school security. And now that money is also helping schools to adapt to the pandemic. Channel 11's Aaron Martin found out how local schools are using those funds.
State legislators set aside millions of dollars every year to school districts to make sure unwanted people stay out. But because of the coronavirus pandemic, that money is now being used to help students get back in. And it's work that continues as we get closer to the start of the school year.
Just kind of lifts our spirits, and we haven't seen them in so long, so we're really excited for them to come back.
There's cautious optimism at Linton Middle School in Penn Hills that students will return in some form this fall. But what that will look like remains unclear.
A complete return for students and staff 5 days a week. I've actually ruled that out at this point. There's no way that I could see recommending that to our board. That just wouldn't be safe and wouldn't be responsible.
Penn Hills Superintendent Nancy Hines sees two realistic possibilities. A hybrid approach where students have 2 days of in-person instruction or all virtual. Either option will require an influx of masks and cleaning supplies along with more technology.
I think most districts have been proactive, as early as February, March, started stockpiling. We have a lot of masks here on site.
Now the district is getting help paying for it. 2 years ago, state legislators started providing millions of dollars annually to help school districts statewide improve security. That combined with money from the CARES Act means public districts will receive an average of $160,000 this school year. But instead of buying metal detectors and security cameras, that money is now being used to help students learn during the pandemic.
And it can be used for almost anything that's either directly or indirectly related to COVID.
Penn Hills will use a portion of its money to make sure students are prepared at home and in the classroom.
We have assigned a lot of that to the purchase of Chromebooks or like equipment so that we'll have a one-to-one device.
State Senator Jim Brewster is happy to see the money is coming at the right time to help school districts statewide. While safety is still a top priority, he expects the coronavirus will have a long-term impact on how that money is used going forward.
If another virus would show up 5 years from now, we're going to know how to handle it. It's going to be part of the baseline security package. So we didn't want to have it happen this way, but certainly it'll give us the experience to say, let's think about what we would do if this would happen again.
Now, Dr. Hines says the Penn Hills final decision on how students will return to the classroom is still a couple of weeks away, but she emphasized, and this is something that was emphasized to me by several superintendents, that any decision could change in a matter of hours, simply based on how the coronavirus spreads. Reporting tonight in Penn Hills, Aaron Martin, Channel 11 News.